my love unto the one God of love.
Today is the 12th day of the 6th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, July 21, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천지인 참 부모님께 경배 바로. Let us recite Family Pledge. Number 1. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledge us to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation by centering on true love. 2. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledge us to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. 3. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledge us to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. 4. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledge us to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 5. Our family, the owner of Channel Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. 6. Our family, the owner of Channel Group, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. 7. Our family, the owner of Channel Group, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect a world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. 8. Our family, the owner of Channel Group, pledges, having entered the era of Channel Group, to achieve the ideal of Heavenly Parent and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven by centering on true love.
For opening prayer, please help me to welcome to IYSB Bulacan President, Mr. Romel Pinson.
Okay, brothers and sisters, please join in prayer. Good morning to your most loving heavenly parents and our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Today, heavenly parents, we're so happy and thankful for another new life that you have given to us. We're so grateful, heavenly parents, for this great opportunity again to really receive the heavenly words came from our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo Halog. Really become the conveyors to really spread your love throughout the members and all the blessed families around the world, heavenly parents. We hope and pray, heavenly parents, for all the guidance to all the missionaries who are also doing their best to really advance your providence. We pray for the good health of everyone, most especially for our beloved true mother who always take initiate to really reunite the North and South Korea heavenly parents. We're also sorry, heavenly parents, for some lapses, shortcomings, and limitations within our self. But we really promise, heavenly parents and true parents, that we could be able to really march forward without any doubt and hesitations. And we wanted to really pray for the success of all the providential activities that we have, heavenly parents. Guide also our family physically and spiritually. Even this kind of pandemic situation, we are always striving so hard to really do our best, heavenly parents. We really pray also that this morning guidance that given by our national leader would be our instrument to really move forward no matter what happen, heavenly parents. Thank you for all the bountiful blessing that you have shower upon every day. And we pray, Father, for the unity of all the true family, true children, and all the blessed family to really support the messianic missions of our beloved true parents. Thank you for everything, and I would like to really offer this prayer with humility and gratitude in behalf of our leaders, elders, brothers and sisters in our name, Romel and Judy, Register of the Central Couple of Channel Group, Jew.
You. Thank you so much, Mr. Romel Pinson. For our individual prayer, please offer our prayer. You. Thank you so much, all of our brothers and sisters. Please offer our morning greetings to our heavenly parents and true parents and everyone. Please offer our morning greetings. Good morning, heavenly Father and true parents. Good morning, brothers and sisters. For our Hunduk reading from our blessed members from Bulacan, Celso del Monte, please help me to welcome Miss Lady Madel Carabuena for giving us a 7-minute Hunduki reading.
Good morning. Chapter 6, Creating the World on One, Korea. Over the subsequent decades, the North Korea government continued to treat us as its enemies. My husband and I had been carrying out victory over communism activities throughout the world, and we received information that North Korea leader Kim Il-sung wanted to assassinate us. Our members' 7-day public fast and prayer across the street from the United Nations in 1974 publicized the plight of Japanese women held captive in North Korea. In June 1975, shortly after the fall of Saigon, we held the World Rally for Korean Freedom, which brought over 1.2 million people to Yeouido Plaza in Seoul to stand strong against communism. With neither fear nor anger, my husband and I prayed ceaselessly for reconciliation between North and South Korea. We were not responsible for the division of the Korean Peninsula, but we took responsibility for its peaceful reunification. We have always felt ending the conflict of the Korean Peninsula would turn the world toward peace. Hence, after returning from our meeting with Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev, we decided that we would have to meet Chairman Kim Il-sung of North Korea. We set a goal by the end of 1991. For more than 40 years, my husband and I had been unable to return to our hometowns. Through the 1980s, we taught our principles in every corner of the world, but we couldn't go to North Korea, which is only an hour's flight from Seoul. It was the same for all displaced Koreans who had ended up in the South after the Korean War. Nothing can alleviate the longing and anguish that results from the inability to visit one's hometown, especially when it's so near. Nonetheless, the reason my husband and I wanted to go to North Korea was not to visit our hometowns and relatives, even though we missed them dearly. In fact, the experiences we had been through the North would lead most people never want to set foot there. The determination we made to go to North Korea seemed an impossible dream. North Korea would not even allow groups of journalists from West to enter. But we continued our sincere prayers for forgiveness and reconciliation and had our members reach out to North Korea in any way possible. believing that God could make a way out of no way. In answers to our prayer in mid-November 1991, while in the United States, a courier brought us a sealed invitation. We opened it in private, addressed to us personally. It stated that the chairman Kim Il-sung was inviting us to visit North Korea. Without informing our staff of our ultimate destination, we packed our clothes and departed for our church workshop center in Hawaii. Our family and personal staff were curious. It's warm in Hawaii, they said, but you are packing winter clothes. Arriving in Hawaii, my husband and I lived at the workshop site and concentrated our minds in prayer. Before setting foot in North Korea, we had to resolve any painful feelings knotted up in our hearts. We had to forgive Kim Il-sung. Those regime had hurt the nation and the world, not to mention our extended family and ourselves. If we had thought of him only as our enemy, we could not have forgiven him. Only in the position of his parents, only with the heart of his mother could I forgive. To save her son sentenced to death, a mother will even seek to change the laws of our country. That is what the maternal heart is like. With that heart, I pledged to forgive my enemy. I did not pray for a safe return from North Korea. Those were serious hours in which we offered endless prayers. Just as Joshua circled Jericho 7 times, we went around the big island of Hawaii again and again, offering our sincerest commitment to heaven. Only after we had dissolved all the buried pain did my husband and I inform those who needed to know that we were on our way to North Korea. Those around us expressed the natural reactions. You are going to the place that is controlled by our enemy, by your enemy. It's extremely dangerous, completely different from going to Moscow. There is no Western or South Korean embassy there, no protection whatsoever. Whatever the letter said, there's no way Kim Il-sung will allow you to enter. Unless he's planning to keep you there forever. Those spoken out of concern for our well-being, such words tempted us to dwell in our private feelings and fears. Yet we knew that we had to truly forgive North Korean leader Kim Il-sung and embrace him with unconditional love, no matter the risk. We identified with Jacob, offering everything he had, going at the risk of his life to meet with his brother Esau, who intended to kill him. After enduring 21 years of indescribable hardships, while maintaining sincere devotion to his brother who hated him, Jacob gained the heavenly wisdom necessary to win Esau's heart. To change an enemy into a friend is truly impossible without the heart of a sincere parent. A few days later, with our minds clear and hearts resolved in unity, my husband and I, with a small staff, flew to Beijing. As we were sitting in the airport waiting room in Beijing, a North Korean representative appeared and handed us an official invitation. The document carried Pyongyang's official seal. On November 30, our group headed to North Korea on Chosun's Airlines special aircraft, JS-215, sent by Chairman Kim. For our benefit, it flew over my husband's hometown, Cheongju, before landing in Pyongyang. As the plane passed over Pyongan province, where both my husband and I were born, we looked down on the Chongchon River, in which we both had played as children. I felt as if I could reach down and touch its blue ripples. Had the river been flowing peacefully during the sorrowful 4+ decades since our territory was recklessly torn apart, the chill of the cold winter wind we felt as we disembarked the Pyongan Sunan Airport dissipated as we received the embraces of my husband's relatives. Of course, they all were grandmothers and grandfathers. They grabbed hold of our hands and wept. A waterfall of tears surged in my heart, and I'm sure my husband's as well. But I bit my lip and held them back. We had committed ourselves to this venture for the sake of Heavenly Parent in the world, not for the personal happiness of our relatives and ourselves. There would be another trip for that. we assured each other, casting our bread on the waters. Aju.
Thank you so much, our Ate Lady, for the reflection, for the reading, sorry, for our 10 points of gratitude. Please help me to welcome from a full-time member of Santa Maria, Bulacan, Ms. Ronaldine Cardo Rosales.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents and true parents. Good morning as well to our beloved national leaders or LA, our elders, leaders, brothers, and sisters. For today, I just want to share my 10 grateful things. First, I am grateful to our beloved Heavenly Parents for His beautiful and unchanging love towards us. And I am so grateful as well for the hard works of our beloved true parents, especially for their sacrifices for the providence. Third, I am so grateful for educating about divine principle, which really changed my selfish perspective in life before. Fourth, I am so grateful with my biological parents for raising me up as an independent and strong person. Fourth, I am so grateful with my brothers and sisters who are really working hard in the front line despite of this pandemic for the contribution of our providence. Six, I am so grateful with my center leader, Kuya Nono, and to my mother figure, Ate Wanlin, for their heart to keep guiding and to educating us to grow our heart, even during the time that we are still working outside. Seven, I am so grateful with Kuya John Rodbert for giving me an opportunity to have a mission in their center in Bulacan, whereas during that time, we couldn't able to do our mission in our center in Pasay because of the tight and strict protocol during pandemic. Number 8, I am so grateful my experiences in Japan Task Force with my brothers and sisters, especially for the with Tita Kino and Ate Kayo hearts of dedication for leading, guiding, and helping us during our seminar and mission. And they keep asking and following us up if how was our situation, how was our heart throughout our mission of that day. Number 9, I am so grateful as well with our elder brother, Kuya Marjon Gonzalez, because he keeps helping and supporting our center. That's why I'm so grateful for him, because he keeps inspiring us and following us. And that's why I'm so inspired for his kind of having of that kind of heart. Then last, my number 10 grateful things. I am so grateful with Sir Francis Nolasco and Ate Italia, because I'm so inspired their hearts for taking good care for their center in San Pablo, and how they leading their the brothers and sisters and their center, especially for the warmth welcome the Japan Task Force as we stayed there as if we are their real brothers and sisters. And that's all. Once again, good morning po sa inyong lahat. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank you so much, Ate Rona. Please, a virtual applause. Thank you so much for your 10 of gratitude. For now, for to be more inspired for our offering song from the younger sister from San Jose del Monte. We will giving a song, a title, Kay Buti-Buti Mo, Panginoon. Please help me them welcome.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Ibuti-buti mo, Panginoon, sa lahat ng oras, sa bawat araw. Kay laging tapat kong magmahal. Ang iyong kaawa ay magpawalang hanggan. Pinupuri, sinasamba kita, dakilang Diyos at Panginoon. Tunay ngang ika'y walang katulad, tunay ngang ika'y di magbabago. Mabuti ang Diyos na sa atin nagmamahal. Buti-buti mo, Panginoon, sa lahat ng oras, sa bawat araw. Ika'y laging tapat kong magmahal. Ang iyong kaawa ay magpawalang hanggan. Pinupuri, sinasamba kita, dakilang Diyos at Panginoon. Tunay ngang ika'y walang katulad, tunay ngang ika'y di magbabago. Mabuti ang Diyos na sa atin nagmamahal. Pinupuri, sinasamba kita, dakilang Diyos at Panginoon. Tunay ngang ika'y walang katulad, tunay ngang ika'y di magbabago. Mabuti ang Diyos na sa atin nagmamahal. Mabuti ang Diyos na sa atin nagmamahal. Mabuti ang Diyos na sa atin nagmamahal.
Yes! So beautiful. Palakpakan po natin ang mga younger sister natin from Bulacan. Thank you so much. For this time, for more to inspire more and to give more inspiration and to lift our spirit and to give us more more words from our heavenly parents. Please help me to welcome our national leader, our Reverend Leo Angelo T. Halo. Please give him a virtual applause.
Thank you very much, our brother Eric. First, I would like to greet again our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning to all our beloved leaders, Chambo families, Basanta families, brothers and sisters. Magandang umaga po. Good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for our NCR family today for hosting today's morning devotion. Today is our 40th day of our morning devotion. Congratulations po, nakakompleto po ulit tayo ng another 40 days. And I would like to really appreciate our sisters for their wonderful and really beautiful offering song. Napakaganda pong kanta. Thank you so much. And also for the 10 points of gratitude of our sister Rona. And so every day is truly inspiring. So many things that are touching our hearts. Really, Heavenly Parent is really doing everything to move our hearts and be able to feel and experience Heavenly Parent's love. Yeah, thank you so much to all brothers and sisters. So this morning I will be sharing with you sorry, I need to plug my computer. Sorry for. Okay. So this morning I will be sharing this topic entitled Path to True Love and Peace. So this is Father's words from Chambumugyong. And so for the past 2 days, we learn about forgiveness and love. So today, we're going to have this topic of path to true love and peace. Let's begin. So, True Father said, I have walked the path of love for God. I have walked the path of love for God. For love, I have stayed up all night. For love, I have wept. For love, I have traveled thousands of miles. For love, I have crossed oceans. For love, I have been striving to embrace people of all races and colors. How difficult a road is that? You may think it is easy, but it is a really difficult path. I was often at a loss for words. Often, I wanted to pack my bags and leave right away. I am doing this because if I do not do it, someone else will have to do it. So, from these words of Father, we can see clearly that all the things that true parents are doing, true Father have done, and continuously they are doing with our true parents, our true Mother now, everything is because of love, right? So, especially their love for our Heavenly Parent. Since, Father said when he started to understand, God's heart, he became a man of few words. So, only a person who can understand God's situation then can be able to have this kind of dedication. That's why from that moment, our true parents, they were very young. Father was 15 years old when he received his mission, when Jesus appeared to him. But in the beginning, actually, Father didn't accepted that immediately, right? So finally, Father accepted, and then from that moment, Father walked this path until the very end, until his last breath. And then now our true Mother also, right? Also from very young age, our true Mother at 17 years old, when they had their marriage with true Father. And then until this time, Mother now is 78 years old, right? So because of love, so this is the main reason why true parents is walking this path. So Father saying, because of love, for love I stayed all night, all the things that true parents have done. But Father is saying, how difficult a road is that? Maybe we are thinking, Father said that it is an easy road, but it is really difficult path. So I was often at a loss for words. Father said, I wanted to pack my bags and leave right away. But I am doing this because if I do not do it, someone else will have to do it. So aside from, Father's understanding about God's heart, but true parents doesn't want this mission to be passed on again to another person. So the same is true with us. We were called by Heavenly Parent. Our ancestors prepared the way for us. So if we will not going to do it, if we will going to fail in this course that we are going through, what will going to happen? Someone from our descendants, maybe our son or our daughter, our children, have to continue this path, right? That's why if we, determine really, first for our love to Heavenly Parent, and then because we don't want our children, next generations, to do it again, to do it anymore, right? So no matter what, we have to go through this path, even how difficult it is. Aju? And then we have to really complete this course that we are going through, like our true parents, right? So that's why Father doesn't want this mission to be passed on to anyone, to another person again. That's why Father said, I am doing this because if I do not do it, someone else will have to do it. Right? That's why the same is true in our course. That's why even though how difficult the path we are going through, we have to just continue, right? And be able to bring victory no matter what. True Father said, each of you must go the path that Mother and I have walked. The path of true love is the path of pioneering, of personally opening a way. Each of you must go the path that Mother and I have walked. Our vertical first ancestors should have walked the path that God followed hundreds of millions of years ago. That is the way of the principle. That's why, originally it should be our first human ancestors, Adam and Eve. They were going to, walk this path, the path of the principle, and then all of us will just going to follow. But because of the failure of our first human ancestors, right? So true parents needs to come and then needs to make this pioneering path. Father is saying the path of true love is the path of pioneering, of personally opening a way. So each one of us, Father said, that we have to go, we must go the path that Mother and Father have walked. Kaya nga, as we are learning, why we continue learn and study the path of true parents. This is not only true parents' path. We learn in history, right? So the same path actually. But the most challenging, in the time of true parents, they have to really, search. They have to pioneer. So the path of true love is a pioneering path, Father said. Father always mentioned that, how lucky we are kasi already true parents have paved the way for us. When true parents, started this path, they are like blindfolded. They don't know where to go, actually. They need to search on their own. They need to, pioneer. But for us, already, the path is paved for us because true parents have started already that, have already completed. So, lahat tayo ngayon, we are following the same path. We have all must go the path that true Mother and true Father have walked. That's why, very important now, we have to study continuously. When there are difficulties in life, then we have to search how true parents overcame this, how Father, how Mother overcome this kind of situation, right? That's why their life is actually showing all the answers of the difficulties in our current life that we are living now. Kaya nga kahit ano po ang problema natin ngayon, kahit anong difficulty natin, may sagot na po yan. You just need to find, you just need to discover where or kung paano, how true parents have overcome. Kaya nga all the problems of the world now has already solution. True parents have brought the solution of all problems. Kaya nga kailangan lang natin pag-aralan ng mabuti. Kaya everyday sa morning devotion po natin already, we're studying for 160 days. So many things we discover together, right? So now we are applying slowly in our life. So I could hear some mga testimonies, all things are some improving sa buhay natin. Why? Because we are finding the solutions. We are finding the answers that true parents have brought to this world, right? That's why ang kailangan lang natin gawin ngayon is continue to search and apply sa buhay natin. And then slowly we can overcome, we can break through any situation. We can find answers. We can find solutions. And then our life will move more smoothly, slowly, right? That's why, sabi ni Father, that's why that is the way of the principle. If we just walk in this way of the principle, following true parents, we can overcome any situation. Aju? That's why how lucky we are living in this time. Father said, we had to search for the path of restoration. The first human beings fell due to ignorance, and we had to search for the path of restoration. You do not know how much effort I had to make in order to discover the principle and find that path. You cannot imagine how much hardship and accusation we endured from the individuals and families in Satan's world. Really, that's why even Father said that even Heavenly Parent doesn't know this path because this is not really part of God's original ideal. God never thought of restoration. Why? Because God is, His dream is to see an ideal world. God created Adam and Eve. God's expectation is for them to fulfill the responsibility, right? And really build an ideal society. Kingdom of heaven, where Heavenly Parent and human beings are in complete oneness as parent and child. This is God's original desire. So of course, God knows that, Adam and Eve might not fulfill the responsibility. That's why God gave them the commandment, so that Adam and Eve can avoid and can go straight this path, so that they can fulfill the responsibility. So God never thought of restoration in the beginning, right? That's why when true parents came, they have to pioneer this path. That's why Father is saying here, we had to search for the path of restoration. You do not know how much effort I had to make in order to discover the principle and find that path. That's why sometimes we have to really, really grateful to true parents. Without them, breaking through and, bringing victory, then what kind of world we're going to have, right? What kind of world, this world now we are living in, if true parents couldn't, bring victory and couldn't really discover. So true parents really invested their entire life. We cannot imagine how much effort they have put, how much sacrifice true parents have done, have invested for them to find this path of restoration, right? So Father said, you cannot imagine how much hardship and accusation we endured from individuals and families in Satan's world. Of course, we could read from true parents' autobiography, to mothers, autobiography with older speeches, the things that true parents have undergone. But really, how much painful their hearts are also going through this path of restoration, we cannot really imagine. Father said here, you can imagine the hardship and the accusation, right? That only true parents knows these things. Only true parents and God. Father mentioned one time that it is only God and them who really knows exactly the course that true parents have gone through. Even though we read, nabasa na natin sa lahat ng mga teachings ni true parents, but still, we cannot really imagine. We cannot fully understand. Only Heavenly Parent knows. Only true parents knows. That's why how lucky we are living in this time, right? That true parents could find this path. Then we are now all going to this path. Aju? Father said, I followed the path of the principle. That is why I overcame Satan's accusations. Nevertheless, I followed the path of the principle, and so I overcame Satan's accusations against me on the individual level. In time, Satan's accusations could no longer touch me. I have been following the path of the principle on the levels of the family, tribe, people, nation, world, and cosmos. So that's why, what is the way to overcome Satan's accusation? Absolutely following the principle. Kaya nga dito tayo nagkakatalo. How much we understand the principle sa buhay natin. That's why it's not enough. Nag 7 days Divine Principle Seminar na tayo, nag 21 days na tayo, nag 40 days na tayo, some even join 120 days, but it's still not enough. Right? Continuously. This is the only way for us to be victorious, to overcome Satan's accusation in different levels of life, in the individual, in the family, in tribe. So maybe we overcome some level in the individual, we move to the next level, and then another accusations, another, Satan again will come in each level of life. Kaya nga, continuously, the principle is our guide in order for us to break through and overcome any situations in the individual, in the family, in the tribe, people, nation, world, and then cosmos, until we can build kingdom of heaven. That's why the principle is really the key. Our understanding with the principle, how we practice in our life. Kaya nga, every day we have to really study. the principle continuously, and then slowly how to apply in our life. As we study and apply in our life, we overcome difficulties, we overcome Satan's accusation, we advance forward. Otherwise, we will stuck in certain level. Right? For example, we receive the blessing, and then hindi na tayo nag-continue to search and study and really follow absolutely what happens. We will stuck there. We cannot move forward anymore. Right? So what we need to do, continue to study, upgrade. So our understanding with the principle is very, very essential. It's really, really fundamental. That's why we are continuously studying and really finding, ways and solutions, because everything is given to us. But really, it's up to us how we invest our effort. Right? Continuously. And then we can again continue to move forward. Aju, that's why following the path of the principle, this is the only way. Aju? Father said, true love begins from investing your life and forgetting that you have invested. True love begins from investing your life and forgetting that you invested. God is present in such a life. That is the love of parents. Over and over, you invest and forget. God has continued doing this since the fall. He will do this until all human beings are saved. How miserable God is. In my life, I went to prison and people slandered me, but I never changed because I knew I had to attend such a God as my parent. Really, who is the ones sacrificing and suffering the most, continuously going this path? It is our Heavenly Parent. So, true love, Father said, begins from investing your life and forgetting that you have invested. This is true love. Willing to give everything, even at the cost of our very own life. So, Father said that God has started, this course after Adam and Eve fell, until all human beings will be saved. Can you imagine this life of our Heavenly Parent, this course that our Heavenly Parent is going through, right? So if we live such a life, Heavenly Father, God is present in such a life. If we continue to invest our life, forgetting that we have invested, and then continuously investing, God is with us. So that is the love of parent. So over and over, you invest and forget. That's why what we are doing now, sometimes we get tired. Yeah, sometimes, nakapagod minsan, we just need to rest, but we have to continue. Right? This is the path of true love. As a parent, you need to continue to invest. As we understand the principle, the course that true parents, the Heavenly Parents is going, then we have to be completely one until the very end. Right? That's why Father said, in my life, I went into prison and people slandered me, but I never changed. Why? Because I knew I had to attend such a God as my parent. So now we have our true mother on earth. That's why despite the challenges and difficulties of life in the individual, in the family, in the tribal level, as we are now moving to this direction, we are now on the tribal level, fulfilling our heavenly mission of heavenly tribal Messiah. So there are difficulties. Yes, there are a lot, right? But why we cannot give up? Right? Because we have to attend Heavenly Parent, we have to attend our true mother who is pushing forward, putting everything, her effort at her age now. How can we slow down? How can we lie low? Our true mother is investing everything. We have to attend our beloved true mother. How to attend her? By fulfilling our responsibility. We have to fulfill our responsibility without stopping. Aju, this is the only way to show our love, to show our gratitude to Heavenly Parent, to true parents, by fulfilling our responsibility. Aju, so this is true love. So this is a very interesting point. Father said, after the first human ancestors fell, so many walls came to exist. After the first human ancestors fell, so many walls came to exist. Barriers appeared at the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, world, and cosmic levels. These barriers are blocking your path on 7 levels. How can we tear them down? The body is the basis of these walls. The body is always the problem. The walls of the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, world, and cosmos all are attached to the body. The body cannot remove these countless walls. Remove one, and there is always another wall susceptible to Satan's influence. Can you deny that? So, really, this is very, very important point for us to understand. Sabi ni Father, after Adam and Eve fell, so many walls came to exist. Lahat ng walls already came. Barriers appeared in every levels of life. In the 7, sabi ni Father, these barriers are blocking your path on 7 levels. The individual, the family, the tribe, people, nation, world, and cosmos. So in each level, there are barriers that we need to overcome, we need to break through. And then sabi ni Father dito, the body is the basis of this walls. So sa ano raw yung basis of these walls? Our physical body. The body is always the problem. The walls of the individual, all these things is, starts in the body. So the body cannot remove these countless walls. Remove one and there is always another wall susceptible to Satan's influence. Can you deny that? That's why even though sometimes we are very good in many things, lahat ng bagay, but why? Many people, seems they are successful in life. But at the end, even great people in history, what is the main reason of their downfall? They cannot control their body. They cannot control their desire. Kaya nga kahit ano pa pong nalalaman natin, we are very good in many things. If we cannot control our physical body, no meaning. Lahat ng meron po tayo. That's why, kaya nga sabi ni Father, what is Father's first motto? In order to, dominate the universe first, I have to dominate myself. So, why Father started with this? Because the body is where Satan works. Father said the body is the Satan's dance hall. So where Satan controls us with our physical body. Father said there are thousands of strings of spider web connected to us. Di ba we know yung puppet, ano bang tawag doon yung kanpo? Puppet bang tawag doon yung nilalaro natin na connected, yung kinokontrol natin? Human beings is like that actually. Kaya nga sabi ni Father, we need to cut this, web that is connected to us, to Satan. This is spider web na connected sa body natin. So actually, human beings is completely controlled by Satan through our physical body. People thought they are free. We can do anything we want. We thought we are free, but we know clearly that freedom is only in accordance with our original mind. There's no freedom if you do things against your original mind. So Satan is controlling us through our physical body. That's why the first thing is really unity between mind and body. So now in the settlement of Channel Book, why we need to go deep in our hearts. We have to evaluate ourselves where we are now. Do we have really freedom now? Or still Satan controls us? That's why without receiving the blessing, without cutting off our blood lineage from Satan, continuously Satan will control us para tayong nahawakan sa leeg. The only way for us to separate from Satan is through the blessing. Of course, we continue to study the principle. We eliminate slowly yung fallen nature natin. But really ultimately, our blood lineage. That's why without receiving the blessing, that's why kapag hindi pa tayo na-bless, nagpe-prepare tayo. Ano yung training na ginagawa natin? What are those things? We started to, train ourselves, train our body to have self-control, and then preparing for the blessing. Ultimately, the blessing, but also even after the blessing, we have to continue. Right? Still, many things influence us. Kaya nga ngayon, why we do Chonbo every month? This is to help us, eliminate these spirits, evil spirits that controls our body. Really, we have to understand this very clearly. That's why, ano dapat yung focus natin sa life natin? How to have control over our body that Satan is using. That's why unity between mind and body, right? Mind, centering of unity between mind and body, centering on God, that our mind should be the subject over our body. That's why we are doing continuously conditions even now. Kasi nga our body is still, being controlled by Satan. It's still a lot. So that's why sometimes we determine to do this and then we cannot do again. What is the reason? Because of our physical body. And then our mind is very weak. So we have to strengthen our mind and weaken our physical body. Right? So we can have control. So how to strengthen our mind? Through hundukhe, through living for others, through sacrifice. So we can strengthen our mind. Right? That's why we are doing still condition to, control our body. Kapag magkapareho ng strength yan, sabi ni Father, body and mind, they will fight. And then pag mas malakas yung body mo, then mabaliktad na, body will become the subject. What? Your life will become a miserable life. Our life will become miserable life. That's why because of the fall, Father said, all these walls came, and then their manifestation is in our physical body. In every level. Kaya nga kahit na nasa family level na tayo, may pamilya na tayo, still. Kahit na, 3 generations na tayo, still our physical body. In every level, sabi ni Father, in 7, blocking your path on 7 levels. These walls that was, that came because of the fall of our first human ancestors, that is manifesting in our physical body. Aju, that's why Father said, can you deny that? We cannot deny. So the body cannot remove these countless walls. Remove one and there is always another wall susceptible to Satan's influence. So what is the only way to remove this? That's why with our power alone, we cannot remove this. That's why we need Heavenly Parent. We need true parents. We need our ancestors to help us. Right? That's why with our own power, we cannot overcome. Aju, that's why this is really, really important point where Satan is working in all levels of life. In all levels. Until the cosmic level. Father said, Satan is trying to block through our physical body. Aju? So Father said, the path of true love is a direct path. Walk on straight line. So because we, true parents, know this reality, receiving persecution is not a problem for us. One cannot walk God's way in zigzags. The path of true love is a direct path. Walk on a straight line. Therefore, we have received Satan's persecution throughout our entire lifetime. That's why Father said the path of true love is a direct path. So because true parents know this reality, so receiving persecution is not a problem for them. So the same is true for us. So all these things that we are experiencing, rejection, persecution, we just need to go forward, right? No need to, try to find another way. So Father said, the path of true love is a direct path. Walk on straight line. Kasi minsan tayo, pag nahirapan ng tao, anong nangyari? Susubukang maghanap ng another way when we experience difficulties. But, if there are difficulties, just, move slowly and then, recharge and then find a way to break through. But no need to, go another way. So therefore, we have received Satan's persecution throughout our entire lifetime. That's why the more we pursue, really continuously, there will be blockage, there will be challenges. But as long as, we really become one with Heavenly Parent, with true parents, right? So we can really overcome. Already, we are living in this kind of era that already everything is paid for us. We are truly thankful to our Heavenly Parent and true parents, right? So Father said, with true love, the output is greater than the input. So more action does not cause true love to diminish. In the natural world, output is smaller than the input. But with true love, the output is greater than the input. Accordingly, true love can persist forever. Throughout our lives, we, true parents, have invested everything and never kept track. What will be the result of our love? The world will gather together. You will shed copious tears in spite of yourself when you remember that we made our way through history while enduring a lifetime of hardships, walking the public way as your representatives. What would move you to tears? True love has the power to inspire and encompass all people and the universe. Really, our true parents have invested everything. Father said here, you will shed copious tears in spite of yourself when you remember that we made our way through history while enduring a lifetime of hardships, walking the public way as your representative. Sabi ni Father, kapag maintindihan lang talaga natin, if we can understand. So Father said here, you will going to shed copious tears in spite of yourself when you remember that we made our way through history. Kaya kapag mga tao lang, they were going to really learn and understand the course that true parents have gone through. Can you imagine our descendants later on, they were going to really understand the course that true parents have gone through. Also, tayo rin na nag-follow kina true parents, how much they will be moved into tears when they were going to understand. Kaya nga tayo, when we started to understand true parents course, how much, we shed tears. When we are listening from true parents course, di ba, pag nakikinig po tayo, many of us will really move into tears. Who will going to not be moved into tears kapag maintindihan natin yung course na pinagdaanan niya true parents? So, one important point that Father is sharing here, in the outside world, in the natural world, a lot of output is given, pero konti lang yung input. But what is different in love? So, with true love, sabi ni Father, the output is greater than the input. Minsan kahit konti lang yung ginawa natin, di ba? We did something for other people, and then you are not expecting anything, and then suddenly great blessing will come to you because of that very small thing na ginawa natin. So this is the difference in true love, right? You invested na not so big, di ba? When husband and wife, laging in-explain ito dati, when husband and wife, for example, the husband give 20% of love, then the wife will give 40%. And then once you receive that, husband again will give 60%, 80%. So this is the path of true love. Kahit na konti lang yung in-invest mo, but the output is always bigger. Kaya nga, can you imagine if we do something good for others? Can you imagine? Of course, hindi natin ini-expect yan na, I need to do this para may blessing. We are not doing this for the sake of the return. But that is the law of the universe. Once you have invested, kahit na konti lang yan, right? But if you invest with all your heart, then what will be the return? Always double, triple, 10 times. This is amazing with love. Aju, that's why true parents have invested everything. Can you imagine? Now the whole world is coming together. One day, all people of the world will going to honor and recognize our true parents. Already happening now. Presidents, prime ministers, because of the investment of true parents. Right? So that's why as we are all following this path, so we know already, let's really invest our heart in what we need to do, right? In whatever we are doing. Then our descendants later on will surely be blessed beyond imagination. Of course, we're not expecting this, but this will going to happen because this is the law of the universe. Aju? Father said, in this way, heaven shall open. True love lets us overcome any misery without complaint, so that only completion, success, and achievements remain. We are intelligent people who fully understand this and follow accordingly. In this way, heaven shall open. While carrying out this work, we, true parents, had to go through an environment of intense persecution at the levels of the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, and world. So Father said, through this practice, heaven shall open. Kaya nga, Father saying here, true love lets us overcome any misery without complaint, so that only completion, success, and achievements remain. Kaya nga, really, as we go through this path of true love, there shouldn't be complaint. Of course, still we are fallen people. Go-complain pa rin tayo in our hearts, but, understanding and learning the principle every day sa buhay natin, we shouldn't, complain talaga na, you voice out. Kasi even though you have some success later on, and you complete something, if you're like what people remember, then sa'yo. Right? That's why ang life of true love, sabi ni Father, is overcoming any misery without complaint. We are learning from the Bible. Di ba? Sometimes, the challenges of the chosen people in the Bible, like si Job, di ba? Everything was taken away from him, but he never complained. Right? So, tayo rin, sabi ni Father dito, a life of true love is overcoming any misery without complaint. Kaya kahit ano pong nangyayari sa life natin, we have to overcome any situation. We are different people, sabi ni Mother yesterday. We should be different because we are true parents' children. Yeah, there are a lot of difficulties still in our hearts, but no need to show. Minsan we are struggling a lot, but we are not showing. No need to show. Right? You try to digest on your own. Or discuss with your able figure, someone whom you can ask guidance, not to, This is now not the time na when we have difficulties and complaints, we public, minsan we even use, social media. These are really not good. Sabi ni Father, what should be only remain? Only completion, success, and achievements should remain. These things only should remain in our life as people, the modern, chosen people. Now, ano dapat yung ma-remember ng mga tao sa atin? Even though we have some victories, kung yung buhay naman natin full of complaints, and then what is the essence? That's why Father said, if we really are living centering on true love, it will help us overcome misery without complaint. But only completion, success, and achievements will remain. Aju, this should be our life. Even not easy. Even me, I have many things to, improve in myself. But at least we have the determination, continuously every day. Right? We have to improve, even pa konti-konti lang. Most importantly, we have the determination. We are moving forward day by day. Right? So this is now the time. This is true parents' desire for all of us. This is Heavenly Parents' desire for all of us. Because we are like small true parents. Right? So that's why kaya nga natin pinag-aaralan thoroughly true parents' life. We can see how they live their life. Why? We want to resemble that kind of life. So true parents never complain in their life. Never. Despite the difficulties, even life and death, many life and death situations, never they complain. That's why true parents, they are absolute, unchanging, eternal. But this is also our path. Hindi natin sasabihin na, sina true parents yan. No. We are all in this path together. We have to become like true parents ourselves, even though it's not easy. But true mother is continuously encouraging us, helping us, embracing us, so that we can walk this path and then become like them. Become like true father and true mother. Let's help one another. Aju? Aju. So in this way, heaven shall open one day. Really, kingdom of heaven will be realized. Aju? So, Father said, we alone stand at the highest position in history. Today, we stand at the summit of the worlds of government, religion, culture, and all other fields. We are carving out a victorious territory as individuals, as a family, tribe, people, nation, and world. Although we receive more persecution than anyone in history, despite all this, we alone stand at the highest position in history. Despite the persecution, the true parents have received more than anyone that had lived on earth. What is the reward? Now, true parents are standing at the highest position in history. Kaya nga tayo rin po, kahit anong pinagdaanan natin sa buhay, okay lang. The more persecution, the more rejection, the more difficulties na pinagdaanan natin, actually, the better. That's why Father is telling us, right? These things, later on, we can, gain victory out of this. The more difficulties, the more challenges na pinagdaanan natin. That's why, anong importante attitude natin during these times of difficulties. How to embrace, how to be grateful with challenges and difficulties. Because of this, no one ever in history has experienced the experience of true parents. This is the ones that brought them to the highest position now, all throughout human history. Aju, some people, they avoid difficulties. Some people, they avoid persecution. They don't want to go. They only want to, to be, yung hindi sila nababother. Gusto lang nila yung comfortable sila. This kind of life, later on, you will be at the bottom. So the more, we need to go to the field, to the front line. Right? So now, we have, in the tribal Messiah, paano po tayo ngayon in our own tribe? So we have to go front line. Right? The more we have to break through many situations, it will bring us to higher position. As sons and daughters of Heavenly Parent and true parents, how can we be more close to true parents? Who are the people who are closer to them? Sabi ni true parents, these are not the people who are always with them. Who are the people closest to true parents? These are the people who are going the same way, who are, challenging their limitations, breaking through more challenges, more persecution. These are the people closest to true parents. So how close, how close we want to become to true parents when we go to the spiritual world. So what will going to make us closer to true parents? Hindi lamang po yung nag-a-attend tayo when true parents are there. Hindi lamang po yun. But, sabi nga ni Father,
we have to represent them not only in name, but in responsibility and heart. Ibig sabihin, what true parents are doing, then if we do the same, we become closer to true parents. Aju? Aju. So ngayon, anong sinasabi ni na true parents? We have to do it. Not only that, we attend them kung nasaan sila, nag-attend tayo ng mga events, hindi lang po yun. But what true parents is doing, what they want, what heavenly parents want, then tayo rin po, we have to do it. Then, we will be very close to true parents. One day, we will be in the position more than anyone that could accomplish all throughout history, like our true parents now. Kahit sila yung may pinakamarami, cannot imagine. But now, because of that, now they are standing in the highest position all throughout human history. They're the closest, to our heavenly parent. They are really the most, really our true parents, the embodiment. Of course, they are the embodiment of heavenly parent on earth. The most filial son and daughter, the only begotten son and daughter of our heavenly parent. That's why tayo rin po. Now, when we realize this, we are also given the same opportunity to become like true parents. That's why no matter what, we shouldn't let Satan control our body. Everything talaga dito talaga sa physical body natin, our mind, our heart. That's why with all the things na inopen na nila true parents, the entire physical world, entire spiritual world is already open. It's just now how we fulfill our responsibility. Yun na lang talaga ang naiwan ngayon. So let's really march forward together, right? Unitedly with our beloved true mother on earth. And all of us as one, then we can help each other. That all of us can be victorious as mothers wish that no one should be left behind. Aju, so we are given the greatest, blessing all throughout human history. That's why let's really work together and really help one another. That all of us can truly become victorious and really our true parents can be proud of all of us. Aju, Aju. So with this, let's really offer our gratitude to our heavenly parent and true parents. Let's move forward this path with a grateful heart and really with determination to break through any situation. Aju. So once again, thank you so much to our heavenly parents and true parents. Thank you, beloved brothers and sisters. May heavenly parents love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Pasensya na ako, malakas ako lang dito sa Bulacan. Thank you so much. We can give a virtual applause for our beloved national leader, beloved Amilo Halo. Thank you so much for the inspiration. For me, I put it down in my by the true love we can change the history. By the true love we can break the wall. By the true love we can change the world with full of happiness and joy. That is my very inspiring. Inspired ako doon sa words na yun. So for the further more inspiration, can I ask someone who can give a reflection for our participants joining the Hondoke? Anyone who can give a reflection? Anyone? Oh, nothing to give. So, in that case, we can proceed for our reflector for this morning. Okay. Please help me to welcome another person who want to give a reflection. Please help me to welcome Ate Marigay Alfonso. Nandyan po siya. Raising hand. Yan. Please help me to welcome our beloved Marigay, Pastora Marigay and Alfonso. Please another applause.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, heavenly parents and loving true parents of heaven, earth, and mankind. Good morning, our leaders. I just want to reflect about hello? Do you hear me?
Yes po.
Yes po, Tita.
Yes, thank you. So I just want to reflect kahit maikli lang. As we have heard the voice of God from our NL, LA, the main topic is all about true love. Yes, only true love to overcome every difficulties, every trials, persecutions, problems, everything. If we have to unite to Heavenly Parent and true parents, we can overcome. We have to walk the path with the same path of the true parents. We know that every one of us may kanya-kanya po tayong dalahin, pero we are trying to do the best that we can in order to become not a burden, but a joy and comfort for God's heart and true parents' heart. Our true parents showed us everything, so we have to just follow them, their step, their those true love that they have showed us, that we have to really inherit their hearts. Only true love. Yes, only true love. But we have to really experience the same path that they have experienced, from individual, from family, society, nation, and the world, even in our tribes. So many things na maaari nating ma-experience, mapagdaanan, but we have to really do our best. Even in this reflection, even I am facing difficulties, still I have to overcome. All of us must inherit the true love of God. How to? We have to experience everything. Mula sa sarili, sa pamilya, sa ating tribe, tayo mismo sa isa't isa. That we have to really show our love, our deepest and our utmost effort to really unite our mind, our body. Dahil ito po talaga ang kinakailangan po natin na magampanan for us to really become the exemplary ones to others, to win their hearts. Mismo sa loob ng pamilya, ito ang pinakamabigat na front line. But still, we have to overcome. And Heavenly Parent is still with us, still praying for us to really become one over their minion of love. So, brothers and sisters, we always talk about true love. So we have to really have this path that true parents overcame. And up until now, our true mother is with us. Despite of her age and body limitations, still our true mother guide us, giving us everything para po malampasan natin ang lahat ng mga pagsubok at mga pinagdaraanan natin in order for us to really become their embodiment. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents and true parents na pinagdaraanan natin kung ano man ang maliit lamang na bahagi ng kanilang pinagdaanan in order for us to really feel their love. Thank you so much to our brothers and sisters who really do also their utmost best in order for us to guide our life, our faith. So we must strive and go on and march forward as our true parents hope. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you
Good
po,
morning, everyone.
Pastor Marilyn. Also for more reflection, please help me to welcome our full-time member for Santa Maria, Bulacan, Miss Ana Marie Argel. Please what virtual applause.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Good morning, elders, brothers, and sisters. So, ayun, my reflection is all about the path of true love with our true parents. So, ayun, the main topic is about true love. So, for me, I received a lot of, rejection, persecution about my relatives, especially when I was, member in our organization. Kasi nga po, hindi na ako umuwi sa amin, kasi ganito, ganun. So, ayun, challenging lang talaga siya. So, lahat ng yun nalampasan ko, pero the path of our true parents, I really understand the heart, especially ni true father. Dami niyang luha na binuhos niya para sa atin. So, sabi nga ni true father, the life of true love, very, challenging and a lot of struggles. So, for me, yung iba nadaanan ko na. So, lahat ng yun, ine-embrace ko. So, mahirap man, pero lahat, ko talaga, ine-embrace ko, especially in the front line. Daming rejection, persecutions. Pero I know na at the end, we magiging successful din, especially for the magiging ideal family someday. So ayun nga, for me talaga, grabe talaga yung challenges na dadaanan ko, especially nung naging members sa movement natin. So, since yung family ko hindi pa sila totally since alam nila yung organization pero hindi pa nila alam talaga yung about divine principle, kaya kailangan talaga nilang ipapaintindi. Kaya talaga, especially yung mga relatives based daming iglesia. So yun yung pinaka-challenges para sa akin. So kailangan talaga silang invite lahat. So siguro hindi ko kaya pag ako lang mag-isa, kaya kailangan ko din ng magiging members din ng mga kamag-anak ko din. So I need to witness a lot of them. So, kung hindi man ngayon, pero sana, soon. So, yun yung pinaka-goal in life ko, become invited within my own tribe, especially my family. So, challenging, and yun po, march forward and never give up. So, yun lang po. Thank you po.
Yes, thank you so much, Ate Argel. Please give her a virtual applause. One more reflector. This person is very young from our center. And please, young member for our San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, please help me to welcome Jesse Mark Miguel P. Simon. Unmute.
Ayun po, naririnig po ba ako?
Yes.
Okay po. So, before I start, I just wanted to thank our national leader, Reverend Leia Angela Tihala, for the wonderful lecture po na binigay niyo po this day. Na-open niyo po yung araw ko with a grateful heart and also ng maraming learnings from this day. So, ang natutunan ko po dito po sa pundokin natin for today is kung ano yung true love and peace. Pero ang biggest question po for me is, what can I do to attain true love and peace? Kasi po, for me, as as a young individual, as a youth, as one of the hope of the future, isa po ako sa may pinakamalaking roles sa pag-attain ng peace through love, pag-share ng true love, not just in the Philippines, but sa buong mundo. That's why, para po sa akin, true love must be experienced. Or kailangan mo munang ma-experience mahalin ka ng ibang tao bago mo malaman yung totoong kahulugan ng pagmamahal. As someone, as a product of a broken family, it is indeed hard for me. It's napakahirap niya sa akin. So, I'm very grateful dito po sa San Jose del Monte Bulacan Center for giving me another home. Another home where I could be loved and I can learn how to feel love. To love other people also. So, ngayon po, I'm just, sa mura kong edad, nagkaroon na rin po ako ng maraming missions po dito sa center, which I'm very grateful for. Kasi po, there are lessons na natutunan ko dito na hindi ko po matututunan sa labas. For example, kung paano makisama sa ibang tao. Dito po sa center, I've learned to be versatile or to be willing to adjust, that I can adjust to other people. Next po is share also dun sa experiences ko po. Nagkaroon din po kami dito ng fundraising, food raising, pero sa fundraising po hindi po ako pwede kasi because I'm still a minor. So about the food raising, it was indeed hard for me at first, pero that is after po nung day na yon, I can say na there is a lot of improvement sa akin, especially in my attitude, the way I talk to people, the way I treat people. Kasi I can say talaga na marami nagbago po sa akin. Yun lang po. So to end this reflection po, I wanted to borrow the word of our true parents. Sinabi po ni Father na true love begins from investing your life and forgetting that we invested. Yun lang po. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. That is a very hand spirit. Thank you so much, Kuya Mark. For that moment, we close our day. Please, I would like to invite our national NCR FFWPU NCR Regional Director for leader for our closing prayer.
Okay, thank you so much, Kuya Eric, and to our national leader. Let's offer our closing prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent and our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, today, as we receive the guidance from our national leader, our heart is filled with gratitude and our heart is filled with inspiration and true love, so that we could use this burning desire, Heavenly Parents, to really strive hard and to support our true mother, who's really working hard in the front line, leading the worldwide movement, Heavenly Parents, and leading the cosmos, for us to be able to attain the certain standard of our Heavenly Parents, and for us to become true sons and daughters of our Heavenly Parents and our true parents. Today, as we receive this kind of inspiration, we would like to pray for all of our brothers and sisters really doing their best and really doing their effort to support our movement, to support our true mother, and all of our blessed families in the front line, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much for all of these blessings that you've given us and for the another extension of our life, Heavenly Parents. We would like also to pray for our brother Edmond Cañete, Heavenly Parents, as you may give him love and most especially to feel the true love, Heavenly Parents, so that he could be healed from his sickness, Heavenly Parents. And also, I would like to pray, Heavenly Parents, that we could really unite as one nation, Heavenly Parents, supporting the vision of our Heavenly Parents and our true parents. And with this, I would like to offer this prayer with humility and gratitude in the name of John and Catherine Gregorio, blessed central family, Jew.
You. And we can offer our individual prayer. so much, you, for giving our morning greetings to the parents and true parents. Good morning, heavenly parents and victorious true parents and heavenly earth and right. Good morning to our brother, to our national leader. Good morning, greetings. Good morning for our all our brothers and sisters. Good morning.
Morning, Kalan.
Morning.
Much, everyone.
Good morning po.
Morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kuya Eric. Thank you to our national leaders, and thank you so much, NCR Family Star Care Morning Devotion. Thank you, brothers and sisters. See you again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Morning, Dr. Cebu.
Morning, Luella. Morning, Fredis.